Senator Padilla, who is he's the senator from California that actually has a long history of being anti-gun. And Padilla has decided that he wants to implement a law that would actually be struck down if some of our lawsuits win. Padilla wants it to be federal law that someone under the age of 21, so this is an adult who is 18 or 19 or 20 years old, would not be able to own an assault weapon. Again, air quotes. If you're not watching the video, I did use the air quotes. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. This is actually not. It's a Second Amendment violation for two different reasons. Number one, he wants to implement a ban basically on a type of weapon, which is unconstitutional. That's exactly what we're fighting against. But he also wants to do it based on age, as if when you are 18, the age of majority, you don't get all your rights that are afforded you as an adult, as an American. And that, of course, is wrong. And it just doesn't make any sense. If you're 18, if you're an adult in America, you can enter into a contract. You can join the military. You can, buy cigarettes. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can have an abortion. You can have gender affirming surgery at 18, 19, 20 years old. You can do all these things, but you can't exercise your Second Amendment right. And there's an entire class of weapons that is banned. Well, that of course is wrong. I don't really understand what he's doing here. We have a Congress that is generally, pro Second Amendment. We have a president that's generally pro Second Amendment. We have a Supreme Court that's generally pro Second Amendment. And he chooses now to do this ridiculous bill. I don't understand it. Sometimes when you're in the minority in Congress or any legislature, you introduce these bills to show your base that you're fighting back, against the majority. Or as a fundraiser, you want to raise a bunch of money, you send it out and say, hey, I'm running this bill and please send $20 so I can get it approved, that sort of thing. Sometimes, he'll do this so that, politicians will run these bills so that it forces the other side to take a stance that maybe they think is unpopular. I don't think that's the case in this situation. I think that he's on the unpopular side, frankly, but whatever. Let him bury his colleagues. I think that the more they do this, the more anti-gun legislation that they push, the more their colleagues who generally agree with them will not get reelected. So if his party, he's a Democrat, Padilla, of course, if he continues to do these extremist bills that are generally unpopular, people who are also Democrats in other parts of the country, their ability to get reelected will suffer. So go ahead, keep doing it. I think it's very unpopular. Gun bans are very unpopular. Taking the rights away from adults is very unpopular. So what's going to happen with this? Well, it's got some co-sponsors. It's got to make its way through the process, but I just don't think that this thing's going to pass. But that doesn't mean we can just, stop paying attention. I mean, we're still going to have to fight back, make sure it doesn't pass, make sure that there's a lot of pushback. But man, this bill is about as bad as it gets. Bans on guns for people based on their age. I mean, it's all kinds of violations of the Constitution. So that's what's going on with Padilla and his ridiculous proposal for a bill.
It's not his first attempt.
No, it's not.
Yep.
He's really, I mean, he is no friend. He's from the LA area. He is, interestingly enough, he was an MIT graduate, which means he's not an unintelligent man.
Right.
He's from California. He's from the LA area. He's been in politics for a while. This just feels like what do you call it when you're sending a signal? You're virtue signaling. This feels like this bill feels like he's virtue signaling to his base.
So just a little bit of a history on what he's done and as far as gun rights go. 2022, he passed the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, which attempted to implement gun safety legislation. He introduced the bicameral legislation to prevent the federal government from contracting with federal licensed firearms dealers to have a documented history. He joined with 27 senators in 2023, introducing the Keep America Safe Act, which was, for a majority of it, was having to deal with capacity bans.
Interesting.
So he's
He's
got
a
a
great
list
guy.
of things.
He's a known offender. He's a frequent flyer on the known offender list. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm Michael from Gun Owners Radio. If you liked what you saw, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and make a comment. Help us out. Go to gunownersradio.com. Thanks for watching.